Hello, my guys. Welcome to another episode of the Bike Quick Kicks. Can we all give Liverpool now the trophy? Because, like this, the Premier League has not even started. But guess what? Liverpool, see, there's something else this summer. But we're not talking about Liverpool now. Let's start with a different story entirely. Just when I thought we've seen it all, Alexander Isak struck. Boom. What's happening? Let's listen to Ben Jacobs. Let's see what's going on with Alexandra Isak. But before then, if you're new to this channel, you know what to do. Join this family, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss trending news like this. And let's get into it. Don't forget to comment also. Let me know your thoughts also in the comments. Now, according to Ben Jacobs, he says Alexander Isak, it was a breaking news as in a few minutes ago. Alexander Isak told Newcastle he wants 300k. Okay, yes, this was like yesterday. He wants 300k per week, as reviewed on TalkSport last week. Not a number Newcastle can match. All right. Now, Swedish striker preference is to leave, and Newcastle are exploring other attackers in case a suitable offer arrives. And despite the club consistent known for sell stance, Leipzig, Loy Openda, and Brentford, Johan Wissa are two names targeted. Brentford seeking 40 million plus for Wissa. Newcastle are preparing a bid worth 30 million. Just when we thought we've seen it all. Now, the fact is, Liverpool wanted Isak. All right, Liverpool were doing everything to get Isak, but Newcastle was not budging on that fact. In fact, Newcastle still lie. They don't go agree. Like, they don't want to. They see this player is untouchable. That's what they said at the time. Even after Liverpool threw a whooping 120 million at them, they still rejected that. No, this player is not for sale. And guess what? Isak kept quiet. He wasn't pushing for a move, nothing. You know what Gokeres did now? When he was pushing for a move, he knew that was his only chance, that was his only opportunity. Isak kept quiet. Saudi came, to savor the situation and to get Isak. When Isak saw the amount of money that was thrown at him by Saudi, he thought about it. Now let's read another tweet. Now, that same Ben Jacobs, he said, Isak has told Newcastle he wants to leave. So, breaking news, Isak wants to leave. Now, to explore other move away. Interested clubs are aware. Now, Liverpool told Newcastle proud to sign Hugo Ekitike. So, you remember initially, it was Newcastle that was interested in Ekitike. Now, because of the fact that they believe Isak is not going to leave and they're not going to sell Isak, they still wanted to add Ekitike to their attack. Now, they made a bid for Ekitike, but that bid was too small. I think they offered like 80 million euros, but that bid was too small. For Eintracht Frankfurt, Eintracht want 100. The lowest they could go was 95. But Newcastle was not willing to pay such amount of money. Now, Liverpool had to swoop in to get Ekitike. All right? Now, let's move on. Liverpool told Newcastle proud to sign in Hugo Ekitike that they were prepared to pay a British transfer record. So they were willing to pay a record fee of 120, 130 million to get Alexander Isak from Newcastle. Now, another attacker is still possible for Liverpool if Luis Diaz is sold. And with Darwin Núñez expected to leave, another approach is not ruled out. Al Hilal have told Newcastle that they are ready to make a significant offer despite an engagement yet on the player side. Isak has not shown encouragement to Saudi, so Saudi are pushing. Isak has not really given his whole attention to Saudi yet. Now, Isak wants to assess option rather than committing now to a new Newcastle contract. He remains well contracted until 2028 and well compensated. Then Fabrizio now top it all again. He said, understand, Alexander Isak remain a target for Liverpool even after signing Ekitike, but it depends on Newcastle. If Newcastle opens the door to an exit and Liverpool sell Luis Diaz, then they can bid after direct contact made 10 days ago. Isak not in concrete talks with Al Hilal so far. So the thing is, Liverpool might still go back for Isak. See, Isak is not a kind of striker that stays long on the market if he wants to leave a club because of his quality, because of what he did for Newcastle last season. This is a quality player. This is a player that can change the game. This is a very, very good striker. Now, Liverpool at this point, what will you gain? What will you gain, Liverpool? If you have Alexander Isak and Hugo Ekitike in one team, what will be your gain? Tell me, what will be your gain, Liverpool? Because you're just running away with the league. That's just the fact. Now, Luis Diaz is subjected to a move to Bayern Munich. And if that move happens, also Darwin Núñez is obviously going to leave. All right. Now, if those moves happen, then Isak is going to sign for Liverpool because Liverpool are still going to throw in a bid. I believe Isak still wants to play in the Premier League. But what a transfer that will be. Now, I just believe Newcastle shot themselves in the foot at this point because why would you tell me you cannot pay a player who is worth a whooping 130 million? You can't pay that player 300k. At that point, the player will want to leave because he has already gotten, that same offer from Liverpool. Liverpool were offering him that amount of money right before they went for Hugo Ekitike. So that money has already turned his head. That also coupled with the fact that Saudi are also interested in signing him. So that already turned his head. So at that point, is it that you pay him or he leaves? Now he has found a better opportunity that he's going to play Champions League football. He's going to, earn a lot of money. He's probably going to win the league. You're not going to get any of that in Newcastle. And that is what I keep fighting. Why was he? Why did he keep quiet all this while when Liverpool was interested in signing him and he kept quiet? Only when probably the opportunity might be, half gone. That's when he started speaking of that he wants to leave. Why? Because Newcastle said they can't pay him that amount of money. It's going right down. But I want to tell Newcastle something. Newcastle are interested in signing Openda from Leipzig. Newcastle are also interested in signing Juan Wissa, from Brentford. The offer 20 million was rejected. Now they are going back. Brentford said they want 40. Now Newcastle might go back with 30. But let me remind Newcastle that there's a certain player who have a little bit same kind of style like Alexander Isak in the Premier League, who probably wants a move, but who will cost a fraction of what Alexander Isak is being sold for. If they sell Alexander Isak for 130, then they can come to Chelsea and ask for Nicholas Jackson, and Chelsea might be willing to sell for like 80-90 million, and that's a good deal. At least they're gonna get the profit of 40 million. But what a story this is today. What a story. Yeah, nobody was expecting this today. Everybody believed that Alexander Isak was willing to stay. Alexander Isak wants to stay at Newcastle, but right now he has seen the ambition of playing in the Champions League. He has seen an ambition of winning big trophies. He has seen an ambition of playing with better players. He has seen an ambition of not just willing to qualify for the Champions League every season, but willing to compete for titles and willing to earn a better fee, because at the end of your career, you're not going to be judged on the amount of trophies you won, but you're going to be judged on the what you have at that point monetarily. So it is what it is in football. Newcastle should just come get Jackson. Why? For Liverpool, adding Isak and Ekitike in one team, it's going to be really, really deadly, going forward. It's really, really going to be tough for Premier League teams. Like, how do Premier League defense handle such attack? Because let's just imagine both are not starting. All right, probably you're taking off Isak, you're putting on Ekitike. It's going to be insane. And Liverpool are spending really, really big at this point, because you just won the Premier League and you are adding as many as 5-6 players to your team. Frimpong is there, Kekes is there. They are going to still go sign one centre back, probably Gay. They brought in Florian Wirtz. Now they brought in Ekitike. Now they might go in and bring in Alexander Isak. So it's going to be a very, very tough season in the Premier League. It's really going to be tough. Rival fans should be very, very wary of this Liverpool team. Trust me, because it's not going to be an easy feat. Al Hilal came calling for Newcastle for Alexander Isak, and they rejected it. Like, it wasn't like a club to club. It wasn't like a personal term agreed yet, but they just want to see if they stand a chance of signing Alexander Isak from Liverpool, and that would have been a very, very huge fee, to get him over there to Saudi Arabia. It's not going to be an easy one. It's not going to be an easy one. If you want to be a big club in the Premier League, if you want to compete for titles, if you want to get the best players, then you should pay the wages. But except Chelsea are not willing to pay the wages. That's why they are going, in for younger talents who will be okay with 100, 120, 150k. But that being said, Liverpool are going to be a force to reckon with next season because they are signing players for fun. They are still making their statements even after winning the league. They are still signing players. They are still making the team get better. They are still letting go of players who doesn't really fit the bill. But it is what it is in football. Let me know what you think about this Alexander Isak case. Apologies. Let me know what you think about him deciding now to leave Newcastle. Is it too late for him, or is it the best time for him to leave? And for Liverpool, is this the best move for them? Are they considered the Premier League champions at this point, even before the Premier League is starting? Let me know what you think and share your thoughts in the comments. Until I come your way again next time, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. Until I come again next time, I remain your boy Mike. Stay cool. Cheers.